Since I've had so much fucking free time due to this goddamn virus not being over yet, I've had a lot of time to explore and find new things that I like. Something I fell in absolute love with over the course of the last year was a comedian by the name of Randy Feltface. If you haven't heard of Randy Feltface, that doesn't necessarily surprise me. He is an Australian comedian who normally works with Australian specials, Australian TV shows, and normally only does tours in Australia. I'm not quite sure exactly how the YouTube algorithm recommended this particular skit to me, but it was called Randy Buys a Bookshelf on Gumtree, which is a part of his series Randy Writes a Novel. The skit itself is fucking hysterical. It is a 20-minute story about buying a bookshelf from Gumtree, and just what an absolute fucking mess it boils down to. I won't spoil the joke, and I won't show footage because I think you should just go ahead and watch it yourself. But from that skit of Randy Buys a Bookshelf on Gumtree, I found his YouTube channel and I found other shorts and other bits that he had. Because there's not a lot of physical copies of all of his work, I'm only really able to find digital copies of certain ones that have been placed on YouTube or ones that you can buy from the official website, which are only 2, unfortunately. But the 3 that I've seen are Randy is Sober, The Last Temptation of Randy, and Randy Writes a Novel. I didn't mention this, but Randy's a puppet. Randy is a purple puppet. And the man behind the puppet is absolutely incredible. His comedic timing using Randy is great. You know, having a puppet that only makes basically 2 facial expressions somehow has a wide variety of emotions. There's also 2 arms that are being controlled as well, which is just done in such a fucking funny way. Like, I can't physically enact it because I would be putting it to shame how good he is. And that's not even the extent of his talents. There was a TV show that he was a part of. He was part of a fucking comedy album, which I do plan on getting once I get a little bit more money coming in. But a talented comedian making CDs, records, and specials isn't necessarily new. Yeah. But Randy is a little bit different. I find that a good number of comedians nowadays are just funny. And there's nothing wrong with being funny. I think that in these hard times, people need something to laugh at, to break away from the harsh reality that we live in, especially during the coronavirus. But Randy, while being funny, also has a very sincere side. He tells a lot of stories. Now, I don't know if these are personal stories about his creator or this is just part of the persona, but either way, he tells a lot of really deep shit. Randy tells a lot of stories about his alcoholism and how it destroyed him. He talks about, in The Last Temptation of Randy, how he fell in love with a beautiful woman, and even though he loved her, he had to let her go. And he talks about how horribly painful that was. And his shows have a tendency to get very, very deep within the last like 10 to 15 minutes. But not in like a super dark or depressing way, but more of an enlightening, thought-provoking way. He has a way of talking about his events in life that, again, while funny, is able to convey sincerity. Like, I believe that the stories that Randy tells, even if they're not 100% true, are true. He tells these amazing, these wonderfully heartbreaking stories with these metaphors and analogies to what it's like to be an alcoholic and be depressed. And I don't know, it just fucking resonated with me. I really do wish that there was more Randy content that I would be able to digest. I haven't looked in to see if I can find a copy of the TV show that he was a part of. I've seen clips, and it was pretty funny. Seems like a normal sitcom, nothing too vulgar like his actual comedy specials are, but it looks fun. It looks like it would be well worth your time. Like I said, I'm still working on getting the CD. I should probably do that sooner rather than later. But what bugs me is that he's done more comedy specials that I can't fucking get in the United States. And I looked up on his website, feltface.com, for tour dates, and I'm like, oh wow, there's a tour coming. It's in fucking Australia. And I can't go to fucking Australia, there's a pandemic. So my advice is, Randy, you little purple bastard, bring your fucking shit online so I can watch more of you, take my fucking money, and come to America. We'll have a great time. Come to Philly, dude. Well, I'll take you out. We'll have a great fucking time. I'll buy you a beer. Okay, maybe I won't buy you a beer, but I'll buy myself a beer. And then we'll have a great time, Randy. It's fuck, dude. It's so frustrating because I feel like Randy should have way more popularity than he does and have a bigger audience to make more content and to come to other countries like the United States, which I'm sure would be a hit with a very certain audience. It's great. It's like a mixture of like Avenue Q and other like the Muppets in a kind of way. It's great. It's funny. It's beautiful. Please go watch Randy. And Randy, please, I'm fucking serious, man. Come to the United States. I want to see you on a live tour. It'd be fucking amazing. It's not that I don't laugh easily or that I don't find things funny. It's just, I don't know, I'm just not really big into comedy or comedy specials. But Randy just hits that perfect blend of funny and sweetly sad that just meshes just right with me. I love the content. I plan to buy more. I'm gonna hunt those fucking DVDs to the end of the earth if I have to. And like I said, I really do hope that Randy could come. I'm going to go link his YouTube channel in the description below if you want to go ahead and watch. I may link some of the other specials if I can go ahead and find them. The Last Temptation of Randy was up on YouTube before it was taken down. And last time I checked, I did see a copy or two of Randy is Sober. But the full special of Randy Writes a Novel, which in my opinion is probably the best one, is available on Randy's YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and watch it for free. You can also buy The Last Temptation of Randy, I think off Gumroad, I think, or some other streaming service for about $8. Totally worth it. Not a lot of merchandise. The t-shirts are sold out. There's a bunch of other weird shit that I don't understand. On the website, too, you can buy a physical copy of Randy Writes a Novel as well as a digital copy as well. I really do hope that we get to see more Randy content. I saw that there was another special called The Book of Randicus, but I can't find it anywhere, so that's really frustrating, but I guess I'll just have to deal with that. Thanks for watching me rant about a little purple puppet. I hope everyone's hanging in, and I'll see you guys real soon in the next one.